now the Lord finally just talked to me, right? Like I've been asking for all my life, right? But I'm like, oh Lord, how could you talk to me like this? And then I'll be walking out your will, Lord, when you like, you know, that just tore me up. Like I was just crying. I was doing all these things. I was so emotional, you know what I'm saying? It was hard to like keep doing whatever. I was driving, but I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like by this time I passed 2 lights, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even there. Either way, you know, I go and I get my check and I get back home, tell my wife about it, all that stuff, you know. Great stuff. But I was really praying to God to help me get into a moment where I could like be like hearing his voice and not like all messed up physically about hearing his thunderous voice, right? And I thought, since he just talked to me like that, every time I hear from him, it's gonna be like words. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like I'm gonna see words like Star Wars coming to me again. But either way, you know, the Lord ends up speaking to me a couple months later through, you know, the audible voice, through after walking in obedience. You don't just get to sit here and do this and that and not be in obedience. No, you got to be in obedience with the Lord. You got to actually be doing the things that the Lord wants you to do, that he'll be able to speak to you. You'll be able to recognize his voice. You'll be able to understand the things that he says that are not just in the Bible. Then you vet it through the Bible so you understand what he's saying is true and it's not just some type of spirit talking to you, because the Lord won't ever say anything that's not biblically accurate. You know what I'm saying? So either way. So now I'm sitting here. He moved me from another job to a solar panel job, and I'm coming back from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, way north, right? And you know, we got to do some fun stuff and stuff like that, and we driving back, and next thing you know, I get a little pulled over because my car had a Cavalier, super messed up, didn't have lights on it, it was all messed up. Like everybody knows I had a Cavalier, it's messed up, right? And got pulled over for it, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, ooh, your lights, this, that, bumper hanging on, and all this stuff. I'm just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, you keep going, get that fixed, you know. All right, thank you, blah blah blah. Kept driving, right? Next thing you know, I get out this little town, tiny town out in the middle of nowhere, right? And now you just see cornfields, and you know how the cornfields be, they got houses with like 100 yard driveways that are just gravel and stuff, right? And sometimes they got trees and all that stuff. But either way, I'm seeing like this big giant, what you would call like a warehouse. It's a big warehouse though, out in the middle. And I'm like, how could there even be a warehouse like this so big out in the middle out here? There's not even enough people to fill this building up. It would be like people coming from miles and miles away. Either way, right? So I'm seeing it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang, it's pretty far out there, you know. And I think that's on my left, right? Oh, I'm forgetting a super big point. Before that, right, I seen this big giant plane in the sky go flying.